Okay, now we continue with North Node in Taurus. The North Node is the must-do, if you remember from the previous sharing. The North Node is the must-do. Must-do for what purpose? Number one, must-do for fulfillment purpose. Number two, must-do to clear the shit out of your life purpose. Okay? So people with a North Node in Taurus, you tend to have a bit of a temper. I'm being as diplomatic as I can, But the truth is that you tend to overreact to a lot of things. For example, if someone were to see one or two ants crawling around, you'll probably just blow at the end to move it away or to flick it away with your fingers. And that would pretty much solve the problem for a lot of people. But for you can be quite extreme. You would most likely take out the whole GPMG and start shooting at the poor ant. One end. Yeah, that's how you tend to blow things out of proportion. So for people with a North Node in Taurus, you actually would be better off if you learn to control or regulate your frustrations and your temper tantrums. That's the word. Now the same applies to you if you have a North Node placement in house 2. So how do you know what sign your North Node is in, and how do you know which house it's in? Quickly go to Cafe Astrology, CAFE, astrology.com, generate your birth chart there, and then you can see where your North Node is. Now the North Node is sometimes referred to as the True Node, TRUENODE. People with a North Node in Taurus, right, they tend to be so frustrated, so easily, we call manzang in dialect. Everything is quite over their heads. They seem to be backpedaling a lot of the time. They seem to be in one difficult situation after another. Why is that so? Because their South Node, there's a North Node, there must be a South Node, right? So the North Node is what you must do in your current situation, current life, current incarnation. The South Node is what you bring in from a past incarnation, past life lah. So if your North Node is in Taurus, 6 lines away, which is your past, is Scorpio. Scorpio is all about crisis, ma. So for people with a North Node in Taurus or a North Node in house 2, you constantly, unconsciously or subconsciously create or attract crisis situations into your life. So this is something you want to address, because it's not like you purposely go out and create it, but you kind of have to pay attention to the fact that you're shopping too much, spending too much. You shop on your credit card as if it doesn't need to be paid. Morning, Jenna. You shop on your credit card as if it doesn't need to be paid, but truth is that end of the month it still needs to be paid. Yeah, you get into difficult relationships which actually are no good for you. You know it's no good, and yet you find yourself in that situation. So yeah, people with a North Node in Taurus are basically crisis magnets, be it emotional, physical, financial. They basically is like they love this kind of situation unconsciously. They seem to so-called thrive in this kind of situations. So you kind of want to take note if you have a North Node in Taurus or North Node in house 2. Now if North Node is transiting your house 2, that means in right now, Liu Nian Yun we call it. If it's transiting your house 2, you also want to pay attention to this. Temperance, I think that's the key word for people with North Node in Taurus, is temperance. Okay? Once you begin to learn to exercise temperance in all areas of your life will be better. They tend to be very extreme, like even exercising, the person decides that they want to lose 5 kilos. 5 kilos is a very reasonable amount of weight to lose in maybe a month or 2 months. But this person will be very extreme and go all out and try to and aim to lose it in 1 week or 2 weeks. So that's really a very stretchy kind of goal. But it's very typical of people with North Node in Taurus or North Node in house 2 lah. So this is something you need to watch out for. Okay? So the next video we will be sharing on North Node in Gemini. So I hope you found this morning's sharing useful. Quickly go see your own chart, where is it, and then do the necessary. Have a great Sunday.